Hey guys, welcome back to another statue review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Ultimate Museum Masterline Batman Advanced Suit made by Prime One Studios. This piece is actually two pieces. One is the Advanced Suit and the other one is the Justice Buster. I could not get the Justice Buster just because the price tag was really high, but for the most part, yeah, I guess you should be getting both of them together. But for me, I love the advanced suit look, so I had to get just the Batman himself. If anything, I'm a big fan of suits that require like some kind of technological design. So this statue was released in Q4 of 2022. I ended up getting mine in early October from Sideshow Collectibles. It comes with a pretty nice art box. There's not really much to say about the art box itself, just shows off the statue. This is my first Prime One Studio purchase, so I'm not sure if all of their art boxes are like this. But yeah, it got the job done. Everything arrived safely for the most part in a pretty good packaging. So let's take a look at the assembly. So the assembly of this statue is pretty straightforward. It comes with a base. It's a pretty heavy base. It's just crushed concrete where I'm guessing the Justice Buster landed, and nothing really detailed about the base. It just has this one elevated portion that, you know, Batman will rest one of his feet on. It comes with one key slot where Batman's left foot will key in. The right foot just rests on top of the elevated structure. Nothing else really. The statue itself of Batman is quite weighty, just as much as the base itself, so it's a pretty solid structure. Here's a little shot of Batman with the underlighting. It really adds a cool effect to him. And this is without the cape right now, so he looks pretty cool. It's a really nice pose, very stoic pose, not too dynamic like the Deadpool in the background. My gauntlet on the left hand of Batman came with I guess you could say, dislocated piece. It wasn't broken off or anything, just looked like it fell off from the inside of the gauntlet. So all I had to do was really glue it back in, and that was it. You can't tell at all that it had come off. It attaches directly to his left arm, obviously. His head portrait, it's a very comic book-esque look. Not too detailed. It's pretty simplistic, I guess you can say. It's not in like any derogatory fashion. It's a very plain and clean portrait, so it's very comic book looking. I like it. Here's a shot of the cape. You have to install this basically on the two ports that are located right above the clavicle on Batman. Initially it was a little bit tough to insert it in, but once they're in, they're pretty secure. If you plan on getting this statue, just a word of advice: make sure the head of Batman is off when you're installing the cape, because the wires in the neck area of the cape can knock the head off. It almost happened to me, so just be aware of that. Here is the light up feature that comes with Batman. It basically you put in two LR44 batteries, maybe 2 or 3, I'm not sure. The emblem is pretty easy to remove, and you just slide the batteries in there. This is the only light up feature of this statue. I believe the Justice Buster comes with a couple of parts on him that light up. And besides that, yeah, there's no other light up feature on this statue. The emblem with the light on, it's not too distracting and it's not too bright, so you won't really get annoyed by it when you have it on. The only downside is, like, I wish that this was wired so that I wouldn't have to manually go up and turn it on every time. I could just have like some kind of automated smart home device that could turn it on for me. But it is what it is, and it's not something that you can basically, you know, live without. If it's off, you know, it doesn't ruin the appeal of the statue itself. And yeah, so here's Batman in all his glory, looking stoic as usual, going into a lot of detail on the armor piece. The chest shows a lot of scuffs and scratches from battle. It's not too severely scratched up, which is nice. The pouches, as you can see, are made of some kind of leather. The utility belt has this dark gold color to it, which accentuates the gray. Yeah, he's got a couple more pouches on either side. I think it's 2 on either side. Here's a shot of his gauntlet. This is after I glued it in, so it's pretty much firmly placed in there. I like how the gauntlet has some metallic wear, so the paint on the top has been chipped off and you can see the metal on the bottom. The leg armor has some kind of cloth fabric on top, and then there are armor plates on the bottom which have been riveted in place for protection. His boots as well, they are pretty much armor plated on the anterior side of the legs and feet. You can see like they're segmented portions to allow for flexibility and flexion for Batman. Alright, so some more detailed shots of the base. As you can see, it's pretty bland. There's nothing really going on. It's just seems like smashed up concrete from where the Justice Buster landed, and Batman comes out to analyze whatever's going on. There is a little bit of rebar on there, but that's about it. Nothing too spectacular on the base, honestly. It does have a small footprint. It's nice. Helps you basically have some space to put, you know, this piece if you ever decide to get it. You can see underneath all these plated armor pieces that there's some kind of mesh that Batman's wearing, and the armor pieces themselves are being held up by straps, so you know it's tightly fitted. It's very cool. The cape itself is also cloth on the inside, some kind of leather on the outside. I'll show more later on in the video. The wires are pretty much placed in the right spots where you can manipulate the cape however you want. Overall, great color scheme. A better look at the cape. You can see that there's some dirt painted onto the bottom of the cape, showing how long the cape is and that, you know, it drags along the floor so it can get dusty. I'm not sure what the material is of the cape itself. It looks like some kind of fake leather. The inside of the cape is a nice little soft cloth. Overall, it's very manipulative. You can basically use the wires to make whatever pose you'd like. So it's not too heavy, but it's not very light either. Overall, just a very nice colored combination with the black and the gold and the gray, the bluish gray. I really like this piece. It's not an action pose, but he is standing there stoically assessing the situation, so I really like it. But I can understand why this would not be for everyone. Some more shots of his upper chest. You can see the new emblem. It's black with a gold background. The light up feature is nice, not too distracting. He also has some metallic parts on the top of the chest in the clavicle. I'm not sure what their function is, but it adds a nice color variety to the whole suit. So here's a shot of the back side of Batman. You can see that there's a metallic vertebrae starting from the base of the cervical spine going all the way down to the lumbar section. Each vertebrae is metallic, and it has small rivets on the lateral side of each vertebrae going into the suit to hold them in place. I'm guessing the function of this is to receive input from Batman's body and then output it into the Justice Buster, but I'm not entirely sure. Along with the vertebrae itself, there's the armor plating that has straps that lead to other armor plates, and it's basically holding each other in place in a very secure fashion. For me, I'll be putting the cape on Batman, so all of this won't really be seen. And plus, when you display them, their backs are usually up against a wall, so it's unfortunate that a lot of this detail will be hidden. Alright, so I hope this review helped you guys out in deciding on whether or not you wanted to ever get this statue. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.